great toys like this and more, head over to Big Bad Toy Store. Click the link in the description below.
What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for another third-party review, and today we're taking a look at DX9 Carry, otherwise known as Rodimus Prime. Once again, I just wanted to show off the box, like beautiful artwork here by DX9 all over this box. We've got a what looks like a Prime on the back. You know, some scenes there, Optimus, probably like Springer, and who knows who's in the left there. Like tech spec type thing. No specs, but you know, whatever. A quote, "It's not just about living forever, the trick is living with yourself forever. Inner dream, eternal hobby." Yeah, whatever. Box is beautiful. And the toy itself, let's get this thing angled down. The toy itself is also similarly really nice looking. I mean, if you're a fan of Rodimus Prime and his alt mode, this is it. It looks good. The only thing I would change maybe is the wheel colors look a little lackluster. There is paint on them and they're rubber tires, but it just looks like it's missing something. And if you see, this has a different color here as it is here. That is true. I don't really know why they did that. I'm not sure why they didn't cast it all in this darker plastic. I don't think this is painted here. I'm pretty sure it's not. And that's a little disappointing. Now there's one thing that is missing from this Rodimus that some people are okay with. To me, it bothers me. There is no spoiler here on the front of the truck. I mean, that has been an iconic thing since G1. I love the spoiler. I don't really care about this side piece there, but I would have liked to have seen the spoiler. And I feel like this is the one area where DX9 has kind of dropped the ball, because they could have made that spoiler and it could have worked in the alt mode. We'll get there in a second. So there you can see him next to a G1 Rodimus. And where Masterpiece scale is concerned, here is Red Alert. I feel like the truck is a little bit small in its overall size. I actually feel the MP Rodimus, to me, it just looks better with this particular scale. But he is a futuristic truck. Who knows what the scale really would be. It's not horrible. It's just that I do like the truck a little bit bigger. So he also comes with this Target Master, and it's designed to look like Rodimus's gun here. This thing at its core is faulted, and I don't particularly care for it, actually. You can take this and you can plug it right into the back here and give him the big, ridiculous, stupid looking gun. Now I want to bring Rodimus here just for a second to kind of demonstrate something. Because I've got this idea, and I think that we can make this guy just that much better. So, the Target Master here comes with these little fins here that are designed to be Rodimus Prime's, you know, his gun. The gun had wings. But what I've noticed is, wouldn't they just look perfect if you maybe could attach them up here and give him a spoiler? Like, it's not a huge spoiler by any means, but if you made it right, this could sit right on this one side of this square piece here and kind of look like that, and then the other one right on the other side. And I think that that actually would have done the trick for me. It would have given him the spoiler piece I think he needs. So much so that I'm actually trying to look into making something on Shapeways that we could plug this in and plug it into those little slots there to give him the spoiler. So my first foray into Shapeways. And then we'd have this Target Master here. And again, I think that, you know, it was a missed opportunity. They could have taken this guy and not suggested, or at least put it in addition to his current mode. They could have taken this guy and kind of turned things like this. And if you plug it in just kind of like that, doesn't that kind of represent this dual cannon thing on Rodimus there? Which, granted, it can't stick up out of the trailer in vehicle mode in the G1 toy, but I feel like that's way more on the money than the big sniper rifle attached to his roof is. So let's look at the Target Master first. As you can see, we still have him in the sniper mode. I do have the wings off him still. We're going to transform him. You'll start by taking that out. Unclip the feet down here if they're still clipped. In sniper rifle mode, the one should be like that. Bring the other one over and up just like that too. Unpeg his hands here, and then kind of get the arms right so it unlocks, and fold him right in half, and this will clip together, And this guy works more successful than any transformer I've seen that clips in half like that. But that's not to say that I think he's amazing or anything like that. So there we go. We got his little target master here. And if you really want, you can take these and you can peg them right into the back to give them some little Rodimus type spoilers. You could even solve that spoiler issue just by drilling 2 tiny little holes in the cab here, but then you do have a gap in between. That said, you could keep those on him and you would never notice it in his robot mode. But there's the target master, and you can give the target master what's left of the gun, kind of like this. And the target master demonstrates perfectly what I actually think the problem with the target master is. When you plug in the barrel here, that peg is so far forward you lose all the elbow articulation on this guy. But yeah, we'll get onto that after. I'm gonna go ahead and just put him back into his sniper rifle mode real quick. It's very simple. Just split them in half, peg these in together, just like that. Peg the hands into the thighs here. Rotate the leg. We'll leave this one up. Rotate this one down. Flip it around, plug it in, and then plug the gun on in. And we'll get back to the problems with this guy once we get to Rodimus. So on to Rodimus himself, and I gotta say, it's a pretty fun transformation. I was not really expecting to like this toy nearly as much as I do, and I was pleasantly surprised. So we start by flipping these little chrome bits up, and then you have to get in here, and it can be a little bit tough, but you gotta unpeg these side flaps here, which can be a little bit difficult to make happen. There we go, on that side and the front. And try to unpeg it here. It's still pegged down here. There we go. There we go. And then we can open these things on up. Alright, just like that. And you can take these little chrome bits and fold them back closed. We just needed them to get out of the way. Take this, fold it all the way up, and fold it together, just like so. And then we'll come back to this back piece here. We'll unpeg that. And come to the front here and untab these pieces just like so. And unpeg these last pieces here. And that should free up the legs basically. So with all this stuff out of the way, just kind of like this, we'll go ahead and fold these things open, fold them down and around. Take this piece, swing it around, and it's on a nice swivel so it's not going to catch. And then take it and plug it right on in there, and we'll go ahead and we'll do his heel spur right now, which mine is a little bit hard to do, but it is still doable. Take that, flip it out, it unfolds twice. Take this down around, plug it in, the heel spur, out, just like that. Alright, sorry for the jump cut there, I had to run up and get the charger for my camcorder here. Anyway, we're going to fold this out of the way, and you can see his head is there, and then we're going to take this and unpeg it from the arms on each of those sides. And that's going to allow us to bring this all the way down, just like so. Now we're going to take this and extend this assembly on up and rotate it all the way down like this. So now we have this big backpack mess to work with. We're going to take this and flip this around. Notably, my carry is missing a pin on here. I'll just repin it myself. But you should not be able to pull this out just like that. Yeah, that said, it really doesn't affect anything negatively, so whatever. Anyway, once we have this, fold this pack up, and you'll see that it is going to plug right into the front of the chest right up there on each side. And then you can take these and at the bottom of those gray pieces, flex that on up and plug it on in on each side, just like so. So we pretty much got most of them done. We just got to clean everything up a little bit here and put his legs the right way. So we'll flip them around right now. Might as well get them done. There we go. Just like that. And let's actually work on the back junk here. So we're going to take this, it's going to fold down, and then this is going to fold in, like so, and down, and in, and then this piece folds up, and you just kind of put it down there, flush with all his back stuff, and then you can do pretty much whatever you want with this piece here. I've seen it folded in like that. I've seen it more extreme where it's folded up. It's really whatever aesthetically floats your boat. I personally like to kind of just do it just like that, which I think makes it look the best in my opinion. So anyway, we got that, and we're pretty well done with carry here. We're just going to come to his hands here. You can see they flip out and rotate around, and then you take this piece and you unpeg it from the front of the truck, rotate it down, and just collapse it on in. And mine did need some of that silicone shock oil stuff to really, you know, make it move easily. Otherwise it was stuck. But anyway, once you have that, fold the little chrome piece down, and there's his arm. So we'll do it again on the other side. Flip this around, rotate it around, flip this, collapse it in on itself. If it gets stuck like that a little, just kind of move the hand up a little more. And there you go. There is DX9 carry in his robot mode. And I gotta say, even though I thought that the spoilers looked obnoxiously big in all the pictures, I actually don't feel they look quite so bad in person. They are huge, don't get me wrong, and from the back they're certainly not yellow, but I think that they look okay. So let's talk articulation with this guy. His head is on a ball joint, plenty of range of motion there. Whoops, I did not peg in his one arm all the way. Shoulders are on a rotation here, and then they have, it's a ratcheted swivel up here, so very good range of motion there. Elbow is just on a swivel, and it's friction, so if yours is not tight, he's not going to hold the gun, but mine are tight, not going to be a problem. And then we have a bicep swivel. Coming down to his waist, we do have waist articulation. You can see he does have plenty of range of motion out of his legs here. Very nice accommodation on that swivel. And then a ratcheted hip piece, an upper thigh swivel. The knee gets you a little bit past 90. No other swivel down there, but that's okay. Down to the foot being on its own swivel with the rotation joint. So very nice range of motion out of this guy. He definitely feels like a great toy, and he doesn't feel like he's gonna break or anything. Like it's very, very well crafted. Certainly not like the Masterpiece Rodimus, who definitely feels very, very fragile. So for size comparison, here he is next to your Masterpiece Red Alert and your G1 Rodimus. I do feel that this size is okay if you're okay with him being about the same size as MP10, which I feel Rodimus should be, then that's fine as long as a hot rod is about this size. That's fine with me. Unfortunately, I don't have an MP10 or an Ultra Magnus handy. They're still packed up somewhere. So we'll have to go with one of the Dinobots, and I still think that that ends up looking pretty okay here. So let's get back to that dreaded accessory. Here is the rifle, and it's got one glaring problem. Well, two glaring problems. First off, once again, if you want Rodimus to hold it, he's going to have to straight arm it there. There's no bend, and it doesn't accommodate things, you know, pretty much at all. The second problem is the handle isn't really sitting in any meaningful way. It's very short handle, so he's not gripping a whole bunch of it. It would have been nice if this handle was a little longer, but I guess because of the transformation they couldn't have done that. So this brings me on to my second Shapeways project that I am working on currently. I want to make a little adapter that fits in here. It'll plug in like that, and it's going to extend back to probably about here on the gun and hang down to like here. And that way, well, we'll see how far back we go, but I would like it so Rodimus can kind of hold it a little bit more proper here, where the handle will be located further back on the gun. And I think that'll end up looking nice and working out nice, and make this much more useful. So one last thing I wanted to point out before we take him back to his vehicle mode here, you can actually open up his chest, and it's a little bit difficult to do, but it slides, it rotates out and then down, so it looks kind of like it slid downwards. And you can reveal the tiny little matrix in there. You know, it wasn't really necessary, but that's cool. I can't fault them for doing it. Anyway, let's take him back to his vehicle mode here, and we'll get on out of here. We're going to start by, we'll go and start with his hands here. So we'll disconnect these pipes just like so. And we'll open them on up. Make sure that his hand is rotated the right direction. And we'll take these and fold them around the other side. And fold the fist on in just like so. And that arm's done. So that side, open this up. Pull that out. Rotate this around. Rotate this up so it clips in just like that. And rotate that. That arm is now done too. We'll come back here, unpeg these pieces, just like so. Disconnect the back here, fold it out, and flip it over. Rotate his head down, rotate this whole piece up, and then we can take this, slide it back down on its little track, and go ahead and at the gray bits, bring these straight up so they meet in the center and connect them like that. We can now take this piece, close it up, and peg it in here. And we're pretty much done with the top. So we'll come down here, we'll flip his legs backwards again, just like that. Fold these heel spurs in and in, just like so. Disconnect these guys. Flip them around to the other side here, just like that, and around. So we got that going on. We can now take these, fold them out, and all the way around here, and plug them into the front, just like that. Around, and around. And plug them in place. So we kind of got that going on here, just like this. Now we'll come back to his back piece here, open this, fold this piece open all the way, like so. Bring it around all the way like this. And you can take these and plug them back into each foot here, which can be a little bit tricky to do. Just like that. And like that. We'll go ahead and close the back of this truck on up and make sure it pegs in on both sides here. Just like that. We should have that going on in the back here. So we got that done. Take this. Now I don't like this. Something about this plastic will cause this to click. I've tried lubricating it. I filed it a little. Best thing I can do is tell you don't really do it like from that too far outside. Mine seems to have worn down a little. It's better now. But if you're having trouble, just kind of grip it from this and help ease it down to remove any stress from it, I guess, as you're trying to transform it. Anyway, bring this on down and you see it's stuck. And it gets stuck real good. It makes a real heavy click that makes me feel uncomfortable. So anyway, fold that down, and then I kind of open this a little so I can peg these together and bring it down just like so on the front. Next, we're gonna take these, unfold them, make sure they get past our pipes there. So unfold it like this and make sure it gets past our pipes here. And then bring these on down all the way. And then we just pretty much peg everything in back together here. And then you may have messed up the front in the process. Just kind of push it back in place. And there you go. Rodimus is returned to his truck mode. Looking good. Very fun transformation. Nice looking Rodimus. Definitely worth checking out. This guy not so much, but I hope to improve him with some Shapeways upgrades in the near future. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next time.